What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 520 interviews I've done in 4 years. Give this artist from California a second to get on here. If you want to be a guest on the Iccy Show, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I'm booking until next year, January 2023. There's only about a month and a half left of this year, so make sure you go make 2023 a better year for everybody. So salute. Happy Sunday today. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. And my condolences, anyone has lost anyone. Shout out to your boy Custom Clothing Store, hooking up the Iccy Show. This is when I first started, but I got the old ones still around. You know, never stop supporting what you started. So give her a second, and I can't wait to do her interview. And we shout out to DJ Trendsetter putting this interview together too. Much love and respect. I told you we are internationally, so salute to everyone around the world. And here we go. I'm going to add her again. Let's see. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Iccy Show. How you doing, miss?
I'm good. How are
Nice
you?
to finally have you from California to Boston 617. Much love and respect to DJ
Yeah.
Trendsetter putting this interview together, and salute to you, Queen, on a Sunday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what made you to start to get into this industry?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So honestly, when I was 5 years old, one of the things they give you that list. It literally said singer. Singer was on there. I knew I was gonna do it from the moment like I got my first keyboard at the age of 3. Like I don't know. I didn't go take it seriously though until after I got out of the Air Force, and then I went to school for it, and then that's when I was like, I just dove. I just really just dove really head first into it. Like I went to school while having a 2 year old and a 5 year old who had
Wow.
just started school, and like it was rough, but I made it through, and I'm enjoying the experience so far.
Amazing, amazing. Did you say you were in the Air Force?
Yes, I was in the Air Force.
Well, happy Veterans Day. Much love. I'm glad you're still here, you know.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
hard being a mom and, you know, for your services. My grandfather was in the service, so much love and respect to you as a female too. Um, I just before we start to get in, now that I know that you were in the service, do you feel like you got mistreated any differently being a female supposed to a male in the service?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I just do really like believe that there was times where I was like I had miscarried,
Oh,
and I had postpartum, and I didn't know you could have that, and well, like when you didn't have the baby. So I was like freaking out, and I said I can't deploy. I can't do this. I can't do it. And then I had a female therapist, and she's like, I completely understand. Da 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 da. And then I was a diesel mechanic, so I was basically working with a bunch of men, and I got chewed out really bad by a lot of people. Just like, oh, you can't go on this deployment, and it was just like, I just felt like I can't. I couldn't explain it to them. It's not like they could really understand what I was going through.
right.
I even got discriminated against just being like black. Like it was really weird, uh, because I had locks when I went in, and they said it was fine as long as you can get your hair in a bun and it's neat. And I had sister locks, so they're the thin kind, so they were like neat, neat. And somebody said, "Oh, you can't have those. It's a fashion statement. You can't have this." And I was just really just devastated. I was like, I don't understand how this is a fashion statement. This is my hair. And I ended up shaving my hair off
Oh
completely
wow.
bald. Yeah, completely bald. And
Wow.
then later on, my first short comes up to me. He's all like, "Oh, I tried to call you and tell you that it was okay because we found out it was a cultural thing." And I was just like, they were threatening to kick me out of the Air Force if I didn't cut my hair off. So I
Wow.
immediately left to go get my hair done. He caught me at the wrong time, and I had to cut off all my hair.
Well, I'm
It was
sorry
just
to hear
awful.
that. You know, that's terrible. Especially when you're risking your life as your career and you're
Hmm.
protecting all of us. I'm sorry you went through hell, a couple of different situations and
Yeah.
um I hate racism. I'm really against it. People don't understand when I say it, I can relate because my children. So
Hmm.
when I get really offended about it and people like, sit down, you white trash. And no, I'm going to offend anybody
Jesus.
that is doing a racist comment because we're all brother and sisters some way, somehow. It took two
Yes.
to
Yes.
mingle, and people don't understand that. That's why if you do a
Yeah.
family tree, you see who you're related to, if it's through
Hmm.
marriage or a cousin or something that and people don't realize life is too short. Boston had 7 shootings last Sunday in one
Oh,
day, and RIP the person that passed away. But it's like around the world is going crazy, and we're the generation to make that change. And I'm not sure how old you are, but I'm 44. And when I was growing up, we were, you could ask your neighbor if they had coffee or sugar, something you were missing for an ingredient, with not worrying about if something's gonna happen to you. And people
hmm.
would look out for the elderly.
I
And
miss
it's
that.
changed.
I miss that generation. I was a decade later. That's when the '90s were when I was a kid, and there was candy in vans and people literally snatching your kid. And I was a latchkey kid too. So like I never saw a van or anything or candy, but I could see it on the news, and it was like, wow, a kid got snatched going to school. Man,
Wow.
a kid got snatched coming home from school. Like, and I'm like,
Yes.
that could have been me. And yeah, I'm 34. So so it was
Oh, you look good.
a
I thought you were
different.
in your 20s.
Thank you. Like,
You look
I
marvelous.
don't
You look
feel it.
marvelous.
I don't feel it, but thank you.
Well, you look great, honestly. So salute to you. You're doing something right, especially all that traumatic stress that you've been through. You look very good. We
Uh,
got DJ Trinsetta on here. He say salute, salute. Ah.
oh, I don't see any chat. I don't even see anything.
Well, it will get
I
tagged
can't
to your
even.
page, so you don't need to worry about it. Everything will be tagged, so all your followers
Okay.
and supporters will be able to see. So now
Okay.
exactly, where would you like to see yourself in the next year in this industry?
Uh. Oh my gosh. The only thing on my mind right now that's been consistent is like making music and consistently putting out music. I mean, I am working on my third album, so I think I should probably like slow it out a little bit. But I like working. It's enjoyable. Making music is a very enjoyable experience for me. And if I happen to make a song out of it, I happen to make a song out of it. Um, I hope to be. I Actually, I kind of hope to be producing for some more artists, to be honest, because I did get my degree in music production, and since I do have so much underneath my belt right now, like I could give out to some artists there and help somebody that I think is truly talented and could actually make it. I think that is a goal.
That's
More
dope.
artists.
That's dope. Do you have your own studio?
I'm literally working out of like my bathroom.
Okay.
So I do my best, like the best I can from my bathroom. Like I have a desk behind me. Like it's a huge space, so it's like a double office slash bathroom experience, I guess. But yep, one day hope to have an actual room to be in
Okay.
with like
Um, well, anybody that's near you that is tuning in, if you got a Studio Connect, link with this queen. And you know, all you need is a small. I've done home studios, so you know, if you ever need help on setting it up, I can help you. You know, like all you need
oh,
is,
nice.
you know, the I forget what the name of whatever it's called, but it's like a half a moon that goes right in front of you, and you can put yourself in a corner, put two foams on each side. You got your own
I do
studio
have
right
one of
there.
those little boxes. I just
Yeah,
don't have
but
like a proper like
yes,
area.
but it's small. You don't need to have all that.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're ready to do that, let me know. I'll help you out because you know, it in this industry, it's hard to get everything you want all at
Mhm.
once. And you know,
Mhm.
if I can help what I know of knowledgement, that's why I do my Iccy show. I would love to help you, especially a female in this industry. I know it's hard, and knowing you're a veteran for our country, you need extra credit, and there should be someone out there that should want to sponsor you as a vet, you know, as a from the Air Force. You know, a lot of people. I just
Mhm.
met an Air Force guy. He's 88 years old, and he served
Mhm.
our country so much. And he was telling me a lot of stuff, and I'm like, dang, you guys go through hell and hell water. You know how much he told me he gets? And I'm not going to say his name or anything, but he told me I could talk about this because you risk your life on the line. He gets
Mhm.
$327 a month from just being in the Air Force at 88 years old. I think that's so devastating.
Um. See, when it comes to the VA, they will try their hardest not to go all the way. They'll give excuses after excuses. There's things I'm literally physically living with because, oh, you're okay. You can live with this. And I'm just like, okay, I'll live with this. But then it's like I have like consistent like other like health problems because of the fact I can live with it. And these older generation, they don't realize because they're coming from a part when they tell you something, you're like, oh, that's what it is, okay, and they don't fight it.
Right.
I want to tell them to fight the crap out of this. Keep bugging them. Keep like, hey, I need a reevaluation. Check me out. It took me 10 years to get 100%.
Wow. Wow. Salute.
Yeah,
That's a long
so it
time.
was. Yeah, there's people who are older than me who were in longer than me who took way like 20 years to
Right.
get what they needed. And it's just like I don't know why they're so stingy on it. And like there's things I was denied on the way out of the Air Force because they knew if they found it, they would have to pay for it.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
so yeah, so they're shady, kind of shady, but
Yeah.
but it's yeah, they need to fight it. They really need to like go in and really fight really hard.
I wish you know those little you know when it comes to election, you know the ballots on the back of the voting.
Hmm.
I wish they would come out with one. I believe if you fight for our country, you know, money is being wasted on, you know, some silly stuff, I would say, per se, when there's more important things that are out there that need to be approached on. And when I heard
Hmm.
that gentleman is only getting $327
Yeah, that's
at
not,
his age
that's
to
low.
fight, who can live off of $327? And he says, I'm old, I got everything I need. What else do I need? I'm saying, you know, send up retirement plans for your family, you know, and they wonder why people don't want to join the service because at the end of the
Hmm.
day, if you had a family and he doesn't
They
have a
promise so
family,
much.
how would you be able to support a wife and your children at
Yeah,
327?
you wouldn't.
That's not right.
That's like a part-time job. That's like
Exactly.
that's the part-time. You can't live off a part-time job.
Exactly.
No.
Now, do you have a manager yourself?
Right now I'm using DJ Trendsetter for like everything right now. Um, like I had a performance in Port Richey, actually, and that was like my first. I was nervous as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. I've never sang. Okay, I've sang in front of people, but like not since I have been sober. So it's different, when you get drunk with your friends and you're like, yeah. But when you're aware of the situation, it's a completely different.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad it was a great experience. So, like, I'm not even gonna lie.
That's good.
Yeah, and I would have never done that, like, ever done that if he didn't literally set that up, like, really quickly, like, really quickly. Like, I was impressed how
That's
fast
nice.
that went down.
So if someone presented you with the right contract, are you looking for a manager? If it's the right contract, the right manager for you?
It's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, I'm comfortable for like where I'm at right now. I mean,
Okay.
it has to be a really good offer. Like, it
Okay.
would have to be a really, really, really good offer.
All right. Good. Good. Because I know some managers that are on here right now, so that's why I asked the question. And
Okay.
where can they go find your music if they want to check you out?
I am streaming on Pandora, Spotify, I'm on iTunes, Amazon. Literally, there are stations I have never heard of that have my stuff on there, and I'm Airalyn. I get it. Like, I didn't realize actually how mispronounced that was going to be, but it's cool. Like, it's okay. Like, but it's like Era is what they like to say is Era, but it's okay. It's an Irish name, so
Yes. Yes.
like I like it.
Well, who was your favorite female artist when you were growing up?
Toni Braxton.
Nice.
I loved her because of the fact that her voice was so deep, and I would just love to sing next to her, be like, oh my god, look, I can sing with her. Look, I can go as low as her. Like, I was like so like ecstatic that like Mariah Carey. Basically, these are like the stuff I got to listen to in the car with my mother, like in Vogue. Like, this was just what I got to hear, and then honestly, like Reba McEntire, because the other part of my music history is literally purely country until I discovered music. So, like 90s country. I don't like the new stuff. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm original. I like all the original stuff.
That's how I am.
uh
I feel like, I got on a song and they had me use auto tunes, the
uh
T-Pain one, and
yeah.
I didn't want to, because I'm not a singer, but they said let's just use
Mm,
your voice because you got it, the pitch and everything. Let's just twerk it a little bit. I said not the whole thing,
mhm.
just a little bit, because I'm not a fan of it. I feel like you want people to feel your music. You want to feel it from the soul, that they're gonna
Mhm.
bounce to it, dance with it, play it for their
Yeah.
children when they're having babies,
Mhm.
when they're cooking in the kitchen and they can let the music play for their newborn to be
Yeah.
listening to it, and
And yeah, it
Tony
cuts out the
Braxton,
rawness.
I remember I was going through a breakup and she got me through, her and Mary J. Blige, some tough times, and
Oh, the
because they
unbreak
can
my
relate,
heart.
their music you can relate to. So if
Mhm.
they're one of your when Tony Braxton's one of your female ones, I know that you've been
Mhm.
through hell and hell water from a little history of what we just talked about. So I know when you were going through it, it made you feel stronger, to make you go
Mhm.
stronger because of the pain they've been through and what you going through.
Mhm. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love the 90s. Like, the 90s were just everything in the 90s, to be honest, from the grunge to the R&B to the rap that was out. Like, every genre was just popping
Right.
at that point in time. I just love it. I think I try to bring it back, and almost like anything that I do, like most of my music, I believe reflects the 90s very well.
That's good. You know who you should link with? My good friend Rap Star. He's out of Pennsylvania, but
Hmm.
he goes by 90s baby. That's what he always says. He is a 90s baby, but he's out of Pennsylvania. You should link with him because his music is that boom bap 90s.
Mm.
So maybe you guys could do a
Yeah, I like that.
contract, and he's big too. So I'm gonna send you his government on here, and then you guys can
Okay.
work together if you want to do a song with him.
Okay. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Definitely.
Looking
Do you,
to branch
do you
out.
yeah, definitely. You're welcome. Do you have any merchandise out there of you?
Not yet, not currently. I don't even know what I would want like a logo to even look like with my name on it. Like I haven't gotten that far. That is also another goal for next year. Like a year from now, have a logo, something that they can look at and be like, oh, that's Ira. Like,
You know what I think? You need to have something with a plane with music on there because you've been through hell and hell water from the top to the bottom, and something like I could see like a fighter with music, like your own personal plane with your name on it or the title of it for the album, but something strong of you because you've been through so much and fighting for our country. Oh, he's on here now. Rap star. Link with this artist. I'm gonna send her your government, and she is the '90s baby. So I want to see a hot track with you two together. Your both of your voices come together. Both of your brains. I can see it being a banger. So let's get that going. Rap star. Salute. Definitely everybody on here. Queen.
I wish
So
I could see the words. I don't know. I can't. There's no
they
comments.
just they say my queen said nice. I love country. Trendsetter says salute 100. And then Rapstar just came on. He put the hearts going up. So you'll see it after,
Okay.
maybe when we end. You'll be
Okay.
able to see it after we end the interview.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
could pick one female artist to do a track right now, could be in the industry and not in the industry, who would it be?
Oh, I'll start thinking immediately. Uh, actually, Heart, uh, Alone. I just, I love that song. I just love the fact that she wrote a song that with the word alone and didn't make it a sad song. It was a love song, and I just really love that about that song is the fact that she did something completely freaking different.
Mhm. How about a tour for yourself? Do you see yourself going on a tour out of state?
uh I feel like I have to work up to that because like I know my first performance was like it was fun, but it was nerve wracking. I felt like I ran a race. Like I felt like I was just physically running, and I was not because I don't have the best hips or knees. So I just kind of stay there. So I was like, wow, I felt like I went running. I like said it right after I performed. I would have to work up the confidence. I think small things first, and then work away to like a tour, stateside tour or something. Small stateside, small.
I wish you were near me because I would be in the front screaming and cheering you on because that does make a big difference when you get the real support around you when you do
Mhm.
perform or host or anything. Support is it's important because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel accomplished. And you have
Mhm.
3 albums. Salute to you. I mean, that's amazing to even come out with. I appreciate you doing that. Um, what was the best advice you've been given during your career?
Actually, I got the best advice in Florida. Uh, Random meeting too. Random. I was just explaining what I was in town for. I said I was nervous, and he's like, "Why are you nervous?" I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I was like, "There's people that are gonna be looking at me. They're gonna have these ideas, and they're gonna be expecting me to be perfect, and I want it to be perfect because I'm a perfectionist." And he was all like, well, why does it have to be perfect? And I was like, what do you mean I have to sound like the track? And he's like, can't you sing that like the track right now? I was like, yes. Like I was very confused where this was going, and he was like, they want to see the best that you can do, which is what you did on that track. So
Okay.
therefore, just do the best that you know that you could possibly do.
Yes.
And it sounds so freaking simple. It was like a aha moment. Like it was that was the best thing I could literally have ever heard, and it made perfect sense. And I was like, okay, just do it the best I know how to. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's never going to be perfect because I'm human. I'm
Right.
human. It's never gonna be on perfect pitch all the time through the entirety of the song. So I'm like, and I don't like auto tune. I don't use anything to really pitch correct my voice because I want people to get like I got that from Sia actually. That was another thing of advice. She's like she wanted people to hear her.
Yes.
And I said, I got it. Like I got it. She's like, even if it pops and crackles and does something stupid, that was your experience. And that's how
Right.
the song
Right.
is. And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I still love the music. I still sing to it. I never even noticed if it was like off. So it's like
Right.
those two things together is kind of like and imagining the crowd as children because I sing to my children all the time. I don't care what they think. Like,
Right.
like they say I'm good all the time, so it's like you're a kid. Like,
Right.
so that really went in.
Have you ever been in a magazine?
No, I have. I've been in a calendar, but I've never been in a magazine.
Well, I'm gonna send you. There's a lady. I'm gonna be in her magazine. Check me out on November 15th. I'll be in her magazine. Her name
Okay.
is T. It's TEE. I'm gonna send you her a link. She got a special
Uh
going
huh.
on to get in her magazines, and I'll inbox you everything so you if
Okay.
I start sending you names
Uh
it's
huh.
because we
Yeah, it's
connect.
for
Because I like to
everything.
see there's a lot of females that are trying to get out there, and especially you've been doing music that you knew that you wanted to be since 5 years old, so you're a go-getter,
Yeah.
especially being a mom. I salute to you. And there's another lady, I'm part of the promotion team of Legal Mob Entertainment. It's Miss BK, Vega Dawn from Wu-Tang. It's his manager. She has a radio station. She is internationally she has packages like to get spun every day, twice a week or something. I don't know, but you can link with her. I'm gonna send you her information, and just these people know that I sent you because you'll get a discount using my name with them.
Okay.
And all I can say is just keep on going. Don't let nobody stop you. And this sounds kind of weird, but your music it probably was the hardest if you ever been through a breakup, or if you had someone that you lost, or if you were just going through some crazy crap. I believe that your music was the hardest during something like that. Am I feeling it right or no?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, because I
Yeah,
had to say it. Like
like
I'm off energy, and usually I can see something or feel something, but that's what I feel like as a woman to woman. I feel like
yes.
your music, either out of those three, was the best. Your music was the hardest.
Yeah, there's a lot of like I even have a song that made it from like 11 years ago. Like I wrote it after a breakup and it was called No More Tears. And when I got to it again, I had another song called My Fault, and then I was finishing it up and I was going through like a loss of a relationship at the same time doing that song. And so singing it, I couldn't stop crying the entire time I was singing the song. Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. I love writing my music from emotion. Like when Adele came out, I was like, "Hey, we do the same thing." Like I love it. I love Adele. I love Adele. I love it. It's okay to cry and openly talk about. I like talking about my mental illnesses and just telling people, yeah, just like you see me smiling every day, but there's like this darkness underneath that I have to deal with and battle and make sure it doesn't take full control. And I did that in Monster. So
I
yeah,
respect it.
you're
I lost my brother two months ago today. And for me to
Oh,
even,
wow.
I kept this interview, you know, because like I'm about my word, but honestly, like today's been a real bad day because it really hit me. Like I woke up crying, crying. When I looked at the date, I was like, damn, 2 months, man. I lost him, my brother. He was my everything. He believed in me. He was the only one that pushed me, that like really, really believed in me on anything and gave me ideas. So I know your pain and it's hard. It sucks too because you know there's people out there that are going through similar situations, but they
Hmm.
sometimes don't overcome what they went through for the pain, and it's like you want the pain to get better, but it at times goes sometimes the pain gets worse and you don't know how to,
Yeah.
you know, deal with it. How about I know this is gonna sound a little deep, but I have not heard nobody come out with a song about miscarrying. And I think you would be, you know, since you had that experience, I had that experience. Um, I feel that
I've had
that will be,
four.
I'm sorry.
I've had four actually.
Oh my gosh,
It's
mom. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
I didn't think I didn't think I was gonna have kids, to be honest. So yeah, I know exactly like what you mean. Yeah.
I
I've
think that
never,
I could
yeah,
feel that I could feel
lost.
that being one of your good songs because there's a lot of females out there that don't got any but anything dedicated to that situation. And I feel that would be a popping song from you. That's the energy I feel from you.
I
Like,
like, oh wow, I never thought to touch there. Like I've touched the sadness and the darkness and the fun.
but it's okay
But
to
yeah,
like go through that
yeah.
pain because here you are, you know, like you said, you got a smile, but you know, you're really hurting inside. But I feel
Hmm.
like, you know, a lot of women will pertain to that. Even men
Hmm.
too, because men go through emotions too when they have a miscarriage. People think it's just the female, but we go through the extra
Oh yeah, they get
hormones and
ignored.
stuff.
Honestly, men get ignored. I'm all for men mental health and emotion and stuff like that. So I'm just like they get truly, truly ignored when it comes because they're supposed to be strong. And it's like in my mind, I'm just like, it's okay to actually cry. I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of you. That's stupid. It's a human freaking emotion process. And like scientifically, men are more emotional than women are, which is crazy to hear. You can look this up.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
true.
reason why
No
we
disrespect.
cry, yeah, when we cry when we get mad, it's because we have multiple things going off at the same time, and it's complex. Men, it's like, no, I'm mad. You push that. It's very simple. It's very emotional based. So, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the complexities of this.
This is
I've
a
never
great
touched on
interview.
that.
Yes, it's a great interview. Trendsetters is awesome, definitely. So I wanted to touch different topics with you because you know this is the first time we actually got to talk. Thank you, Trendsetter, for putting this interview together because you know we need more deep conversations like this out there, letting people know it's okay to go through um
Hmm.
turmoils. That's what I call them. And
Hmm.
you know, just keep that smile going. And you know, you got to make yourself happy first. You got to love yourself and make yourself happy. You can't live to make other people happy, and you're really hurting
Yeah.
and you know suffering.
Honestly, I used to think I really could. Like, I thought it didn't matter. Like, when you don't take care of yourself, and you're like, it's fine. It's like, it's not what's needed is me. I'm taking care of you. Doesn't that matter? And they're just like, no, look at you. Like, it's just, I didn't get it. I really didn't get it. But it was like, I didn't realize me falling apart was making everybody else fall apart. So I just kind of decided to take a stance on stuff and start doing things to make me happy.
That's
So
good. You gotta,
it's
you
a
gotta.
journey.
Yes, you definitely gotta. And since you wear glasses, how
Hmm.
about coming out with your own brand? You know how you have the holder to the glasses. How about
Oh
coming out,
God.
huh?
Oh, that's a good idea. Like that's that's a good
Yes,
idea. I
your
never
own
actually thought about
brand. Yes, your
that.
own brand, your own fashion. Because honestly, people be wanting to wear them, but then they're like, oh, I don't want to. I
I
feel
want to
old
look
putting them.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see you put like some fashion to it because I see you with the beautiful necklace and purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors.
Uh,
I got my nails
that's my
purple,
favorite.
so
Yeah,
it's me.
it's my
So
favorite.
I hope if
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good
yeah.
idea.
So instead of getting to your label like your gear, you should work on that because you could do a guideline in a female and a male, two different
Hmm.
ones. You know what I mean? And it's
Ooh,
easy
yeah.
money.
Yeah, I love it because honestly, even though I'm nearsighted, I keep my glasses on. I do have moments where I take them off, but then as a blind person, you set them off to the side, and all of a sudden I'm like, where did my glasses go? I know I set them in this direction, and you're trying to mimic the same movement, and it's not the same. So I just dangle them from right here. They sit nice. I just love them, and I got tired. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna be old. They're not gonna fall off my face. That's all I ever said was like, well, they're still connected to me.
Yes, no,
I
you
don't
look
lose my
beautiful.
glasses. Thank
Yes, you
you.
look beautiful, definitely with your eyeshadow and everything. You matching and no, definitely. I just feel that creative. I feel like you could come out with something very fashionable for men and females with that. So maybe there's a designer on here, or you could look it up and figure out how to do it. But definitely, I feel that would be a good push for you.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the glasses at all. That's a really good. Hell, I could design glasses. Like that is
Hey,
just
there's
a
a reason
really good
why we
idea.
connected today, Queen. There's a reason why we
Like now, I'm
connected.
thinking of a whole eyewear thing. Like I'm like, oh, this is nice. Like,
Definitely. Is there any shout outs you would like to give? Anything else you would like to bring up from your past or anything from the future of your career?
um, the only thing I could think of is I want to shout out my mother because she's been like she is the reason for the drive. I saw her drive, so she did it by herself. So I was
Salute,
like, I have
mama.
people
Salute.
helping me. Yeah, so I was like, I have people helping me, so I know I can at least try to think, do it, and like I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere. Um, I like to shout out DJ Trendsetter just for the fact that like I was literally going. I felt like I was literally doing like nothing. Like I was promoting my stuff. I was like, look at my stuff. I don't know what he's doing over there, magic or something, voodoo, hoodoo stuff. But he just like my stats have just blown up, and then like I now have followers coming out of nowhere, and some people are like saying I came from here, and I'm like, oh, you came from YouTube, and I'm like, that's really awesome. Like it's just like they're using my music in their reels on TikTok and stuff like that. It's just really freaking cool. And
Yes,
I just
yes.
hope I just want to connect with people. That's what I've always wanted to say. I wanted to connect. I want you to vibe. I want you to sit in a emotion. I want you to listen and go like yes.
Yes.
Everybody needs that yes moment. Like, and if anybody's interested, I do have books. That's a thing from
Okay.
my past. I have it's two books. I do need to finish the series, but it's K.L. Lawson and it's Coral. This is my first book. So that's another thing I said I wanted to do, be an author, and I did
Salute,
that too.
definitely.
So
So
so I was really proud of myself.
now, what do they? You want to give a little breakdown on each book? A
Yes,
little bit.
I'm sorry. I just brought that up and just like dumped it there. No, it's a fantasy fiction, and I just thought the world deserved a better mermaid story. I mean, no offense to the Little Mermaid. I've seen the movie. I've read the original story. She turns into sea foam. Like I know the story. I just didn't. My first question, literally at 4, was like, why does her tail bend? And my mother was just like, what do you mean? And I was like, she's a mermaid, right? She's half fish. Why does she still have a knee if she's supposed to be half and half? And I was like, no, I don't like this story. Like, it's not realistic to me. So I have great white shark mermaids. There's the octopodons, which are octopus mermaids. and it's a matriarch society, so to speak. Like, they're warriors, they're Poseidonists, like they like I had a whole like the amount of research I did about the ocean is like ridiculous. But but it's mermaids and her being it's kind of like a reverse underdog. Like, she's already good. She just needs to learn how to be human, basically.
I
She's
love it.
lacking compassion. So, and she doesn't understand what real love is. She was just picking a guy to mate with because he was strong. She had no idea she could actually have feelings for somebody.
That's
So
dope.
that's a, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
where can they
Coral,
go
and then the
buy
second
that?
with
Where can they
Kian.
buy that book? Where can they purchase that?
It's definitely ebook on Barnes and Noble. Amazon still may have some copies of the physical books. Yeah, basically, yeah, like Coral. If it's Coral by K.L. Lawson, you'll find that. But
Salute,
definitely the
Queen. That's
ebook.
a lot. Definitely.
Mhm.
Are you gonna write another book?
Yes, I do plan to continue writing. Actually, that is another plan. See, I forgot. See, these are things for next year. I plan to continue writing, at least continue writing on my third final book. That I actually keep getting like, I wonder when the third book's coming out, and I wonder when this is happening. I'm like, I had a kid, and then life flew. Like, it just flew. So I want to get there at a point where they're like self-sustainable and I can focus on some hobbies. Like,
Yes.
so writing is a thing that I'm definitely gonna get back into, and fan fiction and stuff like that. Just I enjoy
How
writing. And
old's your baby now? How old's your baby now? Your kid?
uh, they're 8 and 4,
How
so
about
they're
doing a nursery rhyme, a series of, like one, two, threes, my ABCs, and make it like a creation, you know,
uh,
something like that. I can see it. I can see it. I can see you doing more for the young ones than, like, say,
mhm,
the teenagers and the adults. I feel
mhm,
like your music and your voice um would be good for like a nursery rhyme book, or even doing a book series like, you know, one one plus one
I never
equals
thought about
two.
that.
Yeah, I can see it. I feel it. We need more people like that around the world. We need to bring
Mhm,
the 90s back. Less killing, more love around the world,
mhm,
more Bible studies, more church, more believing.
mhm.
Get rid of all that fake stuff. We're the ones to make the change. If people don't understand, if we don't make the
Mhm.
change, our children will not have a future. Our grandchildren won't have a
Yeah.
future. They're gonna have to
Mhm.
deal with worse than what we're dealing right now. We don't want that.
Yeah.
We gotta
It
make it
starts
better,
young with the
more
kids.
love.
It starts. We're teaching them to be proper human. Like literally being a parent. I'm learning like, oh my god, I'm teaching them how to be a human being, and whatever they learn now, and ever how they receive things now, is how they're going to go out there and like be. So I'm like, no wonder there's so many self-entitled people who think everything goes to them because their parent was like, okay, okay, I'll give you an ice cream if you stop screaming. No, 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 I'm not giving you an ice cream. Okay, no, like you stop or you get two options. Like the one
Yeah,
option is like you get in trouble, and the other option is you stop. Like that, they need structure. There's structure that they need. They need to know there's right and wrong, that you're not going to always get what you want, and it's
right.
still okay. I let them express their feelings. It's okay. Like they need to know that it's okay to talk, because that's something I didn't know, that it
Yes,
was okay. I didn't know, like I couldn't talk to my parents very well, so it was like dealing with it by myself. I want them to know like you can talk to someone, and it's me. You can talk to me, or if you don't feel comfortable with me, I can find you something at your school that you feel comfortable talking to. Like it's like communication, not keeping them in the dark. They're not stupid. They're not,
right,
because I wasn't stupid. I don't remember any other kid my age that was that stupid to not understand what was going on in the house, or like
right.
what was going on the TV, because it's made for an 8-year-old to understand on the news. So it's not like we are missing anything. So once we start treating kids like they're dumb, you can see like a lot of things start. You're like, hey, I know this is gonna happen, but you got to be reasonable and do the right things. Like they're gonna be future humans. Like there are future people out there. I don't want a jerk. Like
Yeah.
I don't want my kid to be the jerk that you meet one day.
Yeah,
like,
no. It's like technology. I grew up not having technology. We didn't have money when I was growing up, so we had a house line. People had beepers. They had phones in the cars.
Oh yeah, the beepers
with the antennas and stuff. But
oh man,
we didn't have that. And our generation is people just say, "Oh, here, take your tablet," or "Here, get the iPhone. You could do everything on it." But we got to go back to teaching our children respect,
yes,
manners, check on the elderly, don't disrespect.
yes,
I mean, the generation now, they cuss at adults, and it's like, wait a minute, if I ever cussed at my grandmother or my mother, I would have got the slipper whipped around.
I almost went off at my kid's school. Like, I was walking by, and all of a sudden, he's just rattling off, like, really bad profanity, sexual profanity, and they're just going off, and I was just like, and then the one teacher that shows up with the little whistle, I was like, oh, she's gonna start this. I remember being that kid, and she's like, guys, there's little ones around, because they were like middle schoolers or something, and I was like, they are little ones. Like, I was like, why are you talking to them like it's okay that they're being so highly disgusting and disrespectful in front of a school with children running around? Like, be a kid that I was and do it in the back of the school behind the trees and no one can hear you.
Yes.
That was just really like, I literally said that out loud. They look at me like,
yeah, that's why I feel we got to make the change, and we can't keep letting it slip away. I mean, this technology is taking over everywhere. It keeps upgrading our cell phones, and these kids,
they don't know when to let go.
We need more family time. We need to bring Sunday dinners back. We need to check on our children after we get home from work. First thing, what you do for the day. The kids used to always be outside. Now they're inside on technology.
They don't know when to break away from it. I don't get it. Like, I was okay. I'm a kid in the 90s. I'm a 90s kid. That's what I like to tell people, because I was in 88. I was born in 88. So I didn't get to do the 80s, which is sad, because I know I missed a really nice decade there. I'm at the tail end, so I got all of the 90s, but I'm not a 90s baby. So it's kind of weird. I grew up with the 90s babies. But, like, I forgot where I was going there. I totally dropped it. Oh. My bad. I'm a
70s babies. I'm a 78. I was born 1978.
Oh yeah, the kids nowadays don't know how to break away from the electronics. I had the Game Boy. I'm bored with this. I'm gonna go skate. Like, literally, they don't know when to like take a break and take turns. Like, literally, they could have the best of both worlds, but they don't think anything outside is fun. It's like working out is terrible. Like. Anything physical to get you to have fun is not fun. Like, I don't know what happened to these children.
Yeah, I mean, I
like at all. I don't.
We used to play Red Rover. Remember?
Oh yes.
In the middle of the street, taking the dead ends over. They don't even know what that is.
I would just run. I just remember just fucking down. Just like, okay.
Me too.
You could not keep me. You could not keep me on the other side. I would break out and take one back. Like,
definitely.
Heads Up 7 Up. I bet they don't play Heads Up 7 Up in classes anymore. Like, you remember? Yeah. Did they play that? Okay, I didn't know if they played that. I cheated. I looked at people's shoes. I looked at their shoes, and I just feel like, oh, stretch really big, glance at the whole row. They're like, how do you know? And I'm like, I'm looking at your shoes.
Yes.
Like, tetherball.
Tetherball, volleyball.
Oh, God, handball was what I played. There's been a
Tennis,
lot
they
of
had
handball.
tennis. They don't have tennis. Nobody plays tennis no more.
In high school they did that, but it was just for like PE.
Yeah,
I like
I
the
like
sport.
tennis.
They just never like that was not something we could just do. And yeah, no, tetherball, handball, and like jump
Kickball,
rope.
kickball.
Yes, kickball, and there was a lot of hand stuff and jump rope.
Double
Oh,
dutch.
I didn't do that, but I did the single one. We did
Oh,
a
I
lot
did
of like the
double.
little.
I love that.
We did the up and overs and the side to sides, and like we would be so happy when we went more than like 3 rounds because we didn't mess up the rotation.
Yes. Yes.
It was great.
Remember the skip it?
Oh God, you know how many times I tripped on that stupid stick?
I know. What was that other
It's like,
thing?
yeah.
You bounce up and down. What was
Oh
that?
yeah.
The hop.
Yeah, it was like a hop it. No, pogos were really like in like style too. I used to like I broke one once. Like I went down and it just went snap like the spring tire swings. Like I know they took most of those out. Like gosh, one I was on literally broke off as I was like mid-air swinging. So I can see how they're dangerous when they're old.
Yes, yes. Great times, great memories, and I like to see that smile on you. Definitely.
Thank you.
Let them know where they can find you. Let them know all your information, social medias, everything, and give any other shout outs before we end your interview, Miss.
You can find me on Instagram as the.dabbler's mistress or Airalyn. You can find me on, I do have a Facebook page, Airalyn, but I don't really, it's trying. Like, Facebook is trying, in my opinion, but Instagram is where you can truly find me. In YouTube, Airalyn, you can find me on there. That's basically it. Like, that's basically where.
All right, cool. I appreciate you, Queen. We talked about great topics. I appreciate you. Anytime you want to interview, inbox me, and we'll get it lit. I hope you get your own business with the glasses idea.
That's a good idea.
Yes, I feel that's your vibe. I feel like it would be awesome. So let me know if you come out with that. I would love that.
Okay.
I know some places where you could put it out in my state. This is interview 520 interviews I've done in 4 years. If you want to be a guest on the Iccy Show, inbox your girl Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I'm booking until January 2023. We only got a month and a half left of this year. Let's make sure we change 2023 for a better for everybody. Let's do it. We can do it. More love, less hate. Let's get it. Salute to you, Queen, coming on the Iccy Show. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
The Iccy Show. Have a blessed, wonderful